First and foremost, y'all, let's start this off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. We do so by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All right, this is Deacon Sakari back with another live show entitled, What Does Diddy and Prophet Muhammad Have in Common? What does Diddy and Prophet Muhammad have in common? You understand? Me and my team, we deliberated about a few different topics or titles for this class today. One was Muslims not mad Diddy beat up Cassie. That was one option or suggestion. Muslims not mad Diddy beat up Cassie. The other one was Quran says Diddy can beat Cassie. Islam okay with Diddy beating Cassie, but we wanted to kind of make it more shareable, more YouTube friendly. So we chose the title, What Does Diddy and Prophet Muhammad Have in Common? Now, um, what I haven't heard from Diddy, we'll get into this in a second. What I haven't heard from Diddy is underage allegations. Now, there are underage allegations for the Prophet Muhammad, who is the founder of Islam, the founder of all Muslims, yeah. So I haven't heard that about Diddy. Now, maybe today, if we do some research, there may be some of those allegations. They may have that in common with each other. But what we do know for sure is that the Prophet Muhammad and Diddy have physically assaulting their women in common. Okay, that's what they have in common. Again, uh, they also have in common that women are subhuman, and that a woman's witness is half of that of a man. Meaning what? We're going to show that that um, you know if the Prophet Muhammad says you need three witnesses, then you have to have two men and you have to have two women. Those two women will make one witness, and that would equal three witnesses. So they are subhuman, and this is how Diddy treats and treated, most of his women. The guy is a um, psychopathic sociopath, master manipulator, freak, you name it. That's Diddy. That's Diddy. So today we're going to talk about that in this video. What does Diddy and Prophet Muhammad have in common? I'm sure that you guys have seen the video. Put a one in the chat if you've seen the video of uh, Diddy and his fiasco, his assaulting rather, his assaulting. The water to Johanna Levite priest for becoming a Sakari flexor, the whole armor. Put it on. Um, Put a one in the chat if you've seen the video of Diddy assaulting Cassie. Put a two if you haven't. It's very graphic. I'd like not to play it, but I will play some of it if you older heads. I want to see what my demographic is in here. I want to see who I'm dealing with. Dewad says he hasn't seen it. Okay. Okay. So there's a few people who haven't seen it. I'm going to play this clip for y'all. But first, I'm going to say fair use. This is going to be our thoughts and comments on this content. Fair use is going to be our thoughts and comments on this content, brought to you by CNN exclusively. Brought to you by CNN exclusively. Let me pull it up real quick. So yeah, it's pretty disgusting, and we know that there are cases of relationships get toxic, but the way he grabs her by her neck, slams her on the ground, kicks her, punches her, stomps her, and then drags her back to the hotel is beyond belief. Everybody thought Diddy was a nice guy at face value. But if you knew the Diddy that we knew growing up in my time, you would know the man's paid to get people shot, paid to get people stabbed. There's allegations of assassinations and bullying and beating people up. They did say he beat up Drake. I do want to give him a hand for beating up Drake, though. I do want to give him a hand for beating up Drake. So yeah, I want to play this. I want to play this. Let me share my screen here. This is crazy. So I'm gonna play this right here from NBC LA, brought to you by CNN exclusive. I'm gonna play this to y'all real quick.
And we begin with that disturbing assault caught on camera involving music.
That's what I'm saying. Beat up Drake, not Cassie. That's the problem. Hold on, let me rearrange this here. This is just Now, this is the reason why he settled so quick. I want to explain this though. Now, a few months ago, Cassie filed a lawsuit and Diddy settled. This is the fastest lawsuit that was ever settled. Diddy gave her $30 million because he did not want all this information to come out. But what happened was, I want you guys to walk with me here. Diddy's son put out a song dissing 50 Cent. Okay, this was just like a week ago. Because you might be wondering, why are we just now seeing this? It's from 4 days ago. This is something that happened in 2016. What Diddy did was, and I'm gonna come back here in a second. What he did was he paid, I believe it was $50,000 to suppress this video, right? So it's been 7 years. This is not a federal thing he did here. This is not murder. So there is a statute of limitation on a felony assault, meaning what? After 7 years, the prosecuting attorney cannot charge you anymore, right? So that's why he's not going to be charged for assaulting her. It's been past 7 years already. Now, the feds had access to this footage. So the reason why it's coming out now is because P. Diddy's son did a diss track a week ago towards 50 Cent. And in that diss track, he said that he started taking shots at the feds and said, oh, you guys raided the wrong house. You guys are stupid, right? So after that, the feds are like, all right, you guys want to talk shit? We're putting out this video to CNN. You understand? So you guys can keep up with the story. So before I do that, I want to come here real quick. King Combs, 50 Cent diss, right? And I just want to read you guys the lyrics so you can understand why this video even came out. 50 Cent diss, where's the lyrics at? Yeah, it's called Pick a Side. Okay, here we go. Pick a Side lyrics. So yeah, this is Diddy's son, the one who thinks he's cool and thinks he's hardcore and he's trying to rap and stuff. This punk ass nigga right here, he's so sweet too, soft ass nigga, Charmin soft. So he called himself dissing 50 Cent, and 50 didn't even respond lyric or with a song because this is Diddy's son. Now look at what he says here, y'all, so you guys can understand. I'm about to unpack this today, DJ academic style. Hit that like button. It says they're praying on our downfall another time again. After the rainfall, the sun gonna shine again. Don't bust no U-turns because we ain't forgetting ish. And to all y'all that switch, suck my ish. Yeah, suck my ish. What talking down on the family name, man, you wildin', right? So look at what he says in verse 1. He says, I dare one of you niggas to scream out no Diddy. Because everybody's saying no Diddy. And he's acting like if he sees some nigga yell out no Diddy, he's gonna do something. This guy is 125 pounds soaking wet. 5'4", maybe. So he said, I dare one of you niggas to scream out no Diddy. Or blow with me. Baddies, they ready to go with me. I just nod their head and they go and they know to go get them. Might see me with some pretty hoes, but ain't no hoe in me. I just lay back in that Virgil Maybach, that shit like 450. Police raid the crib like we selling crack. We ain't doing that. But we out here selling tracks, multi-million-dollar plaques. Rather put this shit on wax. All that gossip is whack. When all they had is 50 Cent, who put the city on the map? Stop lying. Pop's been hated by many men, and nigga, that's fine. They gonna try to stop these Eminems, but they gonna die trying. That was kind of a bar. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a hater. Pull up to the south side. We got it locked. We got ties. I don't give a ish about no blogs because we really outside. Hey, yo, what these niggas talking about if they were was playing, right? Look at verse 2, right? So this is where he taunts the feds. This is where he taunts the feds. This is why the feds put this footage out. Like, dude, you little kid, you grew up in the house, in a rich home. You never in the streets. You don't know nothing about crime. You don't play with the feds, dummy. So he says, broke nigga, I don't even know who even birthed these whole niggas. All that woofing on the net. Nigga talking spicy too. Caliente. Now it's time to show niggas. Steady talking on the fam and we don't even know niggas, but go ahead and play one call away and we ain't sparing no niggas. Count bandos in my Gucci sandals. These niggas is sick. Probably hating because we rich. He must think we effed his chick. Knocked them walls down like when the Fetty boys ran into both of our cribs. Now listen, this is the part where he disrespected the feds, and that's why the feds gave this footage to CNN. He said, knocked them walls down like when the Fetty boys ran into both of our cribs. Too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door because that's the one they missed. So now this is so stupid. This is so completely stupid. This is just so stupid. And his family, P. Diddy didn't tell him not to do this. He's basically incriminating their family, saying, oh, I know you guys came in there looking for evidence, but guess what? You had the wrong house. All the evidence was in this house. Dumbass little rich kids, man. And Diddy probably can't stop him because, you know, little niggas gonna do whatever they want to do. But the tape is still up. It's still up on King Combs' YouTube. Imagine the feds having me under investigation. They raid my house, and then they got me under investigation, let's say for selling guns, right? And let's say they raid my house, they don't find anything. I make a song and say, ha, the guns was in the house next door, and you raided the wrong house. So he says this to the feds. Couple days later, I don't think it was even a couple days later, the feds gave this video to CNN. Fair use is going to be our thoughts and comments on this content. Fair use is going to be our thoughts and comments on this content. Let's take a look. I'm playing it without the audio. So here you see Cassie. Cassie don't even got no shoes on. She had to wait till Diddy got in the shower so she can get away from this man's grip. And now here you see Diddy fresh out the shower, butt naked with a towel on. Bro ran down the hallway like it was WWE entrance, like it was a WWF entrance, right? Bro ran down the hall like it was a WWE entrance, like it was a middle linebacker. So as you see here, he just grabs her, throws her down, kicks her. Oh my goodness. Now, and then he kicks her again. Then he kicks her again. This is sad. Then he drags her. He drags her back to the room. Yakin out the water for your super chat donation. Now this is horrible, man. It's horrible. And Diddy deserves something far worse than sitting in a prison cell. And the Most High is going to judge him for that. Because if he's doing stuff like this in a hotel, imagine what he's doing at his condo with her or his other spouses or girlfriends or his house. If he's this comfortable with doing this in a hotel, what do you think he's doing in his house? Right? Asserted complete control over her personal and professional life. So I'm not gonna play that too many times. It's pretty ridiculous, man. And he's got something coming, you know? He's got something coming. Far worse than any prosecuting attorney can give. Right? And this is what happens when excuse me. If you can see, the man, and shout out to CNN exclusive for exposing this devil, this black devil. But what women do when they get out of a traumatizing relationship, they go find a man completely opposite of who they just got done dealing with. Take a look at this. Cassie's new boyfriend. This is his name. They're engaged now. Yeah, this is this. Yep. So, yeah, she wanted to go get. She went and got a damn near bisexual. Right? Can't tell me this dude ain't bisexual. So, yeah, they're engaged, and, you know, that's what happens. They go and get someone the polar opposite of what they left. And it's just kind of like a inadvertent subconscious or sometimes intentional act of rebellion. You know what I mean? Yeah. A snow ape. Oh shit. Somebody said snow ape. So back to the title of the video. What do Diddy and Prophet Muhammad have in common? I want to before we show you that, nobody in Islam can be mad at what Diddy did. Nobody in Islam can be mad at this, because Islam says, you can beat your significant other. No Muslim can be mad at this because it says this is okay. Prophet Muhammad wouldn't be mad at this because let me drop a bomb. Put them bombs in the chat. What if I told y'all Prophet Muhammad did this exact same thing? Where Cassie's running away and Diddy chases her down and hits her. What if I told you guys Prophet Muhammad did the exact same thing? I could show you. Put them bombs in the chat. I could show you in the most trusted ancient Islamic chronicles called the Hadith, a strong one as well, that he did the same thing. Now I want to see if Diddy has underage allegations. Diddy, underage women. Let's see. It is said while he collected allegations, Jones' lawsuit alleges Combs regularly hosted trafficking parties with underage women. Okay, so now we have more parallels between the Prophet Muhammad and Diddy. Maybe P. Diddy is actually Arab and he's the Prophet Muhammad in the reincarnation. We just don't know. Salakia. But maybe P. Diddy is actually Arab and he's actually from Saudi Arabia and one of them black Ishmaelites, and he is the Prophet Muhammad in the reincarnation. Because we have so many parallels here. So many parallels. Everything Prophet Muhammad did with his women, all those uncomely things, unbecoming things, we can show you the same with P. Diddy. Right? So we're going to leave this up and we're going to leave this up. And let's get into this real quick, right? For those of you who have been living under a rock, hit that like button, y'all. It's so crazy that this platform be hating on me with how hot this Diddy topic is and with the title and thumbnail. I spent a lot of time putting this together. And the prime time slot that I do my classes in, there should be 1,300 people on here. But, sometimes they muzzle me. Sometimes they muzzle me, but sometimes they let us fly. It's all good. You got to keep pushing no matter what. The water for Mikhail Salakia, if I'm saying that wrong, for becoming a Sakari Flexer. Greatly appreciate you for supporting the ministry. So there are some people who know what Islam is, and there's some people who know what Muslims are. But there are some dumb people who might come across this channel who don't know who Prophet Muhammad is. Prophet Muhammad, born 570 to 632, right? That was, 1,400 years ago? Was an Arab religious, social, and political leader and the founder of Islam. So we're dealing with the founder of Islam, Prophet Muhammad. All right. According to Islamic doctrine, he is a prophet divinely inspired to preach and confirm the monotheistic teachings of Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and other prophets. He is believed to be the seal of the prophets within Islam. That's not true because there's prophets that came. The prophets are on the scene today. And the Bible says, which they believe in, that the prophets would be in the great city Babylon at the end times. That's Revelation 11. So he can't be the final prophet, right? But that's just to show you Prophet Muhammad is the founder of Islam, okay? Now, let's get into some things. Remember, whatever Prophet Muhammad did, however he felt, Diddy did the same thing. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Now, some Muslims will say, oh, well, in the Hadith is like another book outside of the Quran, but it's one of the ancient trusted chronicles of Islam, right? It's authoritative literature. But some Muslims will say, Well, some hadiths are strong and some hadiths are weak. For the record, every sahih is strong. Any Muslim theologian and scholar would have to agree to that, or they're just flat out liars because it doesn't suit their doctrine or doesn't make them look good or it's embarrassing to them. Every sahih is strong. This is Sahih al-Bukhari 5134, book 67 and hadith 70. It says, the Prophet Muhammad married her when she was 3 plus 3 years old. I'm gonna read that again. The Prophet Muhammad married her when she was 3 plus 3 years old, and he consummated. That means that sound right there. I gotta say that because kids and teenagers watch this show. But that right there, this is what their book says. He consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old. 1 second. Oh. Yeah. This is in there, Sahih. 6. Huh? Hisham said, I have been informed that Aisha remained with the Prophet for 9 years until his death. So this was Aisha. And she stayed with him for 9 years after they consummated at 9 years. So this is, well, Diddy displays these same things. It is in a set of widely covered allegations. Widely covered allegations. Jones' lawsuit alleges Combs regularly hosted I'll just say orgy parties, because I don't want to say these buzzwords. Orgy parties with little women and illegal drugs. I don't want to say, I got to be careful with my word selection here. And implies record label executives who looked the other way financially benefited from access to celebrity parties and dignitaries like the British Royal Prince Harry. Whoa. So just like Diddy like them young? According to Sahih. Now I know these Muslims, man, they're kamikaze. I don't want to get blown up, right? Your hadith says this, not me. Your hadith says this, that the Prophet married her when she was 5 plus 1 years old and consummated when she was 10 minus 1. And we know what consummated means. Let's continue. Now, remember, I told you guys, just like we see her running away, you're going to see that same woman running away. I believe it is Aisha. You're going to see Aisha running away. Just like you see Cassie running away here, and then Diddy running after her. This same thing happened with the Prophet Muhammad, and I believe it was Aisha. Right? So let's take a look at this. This is in Sahih, another strong hadith. Muslim book 4, hadith number 2127. Is this Aisha here? We'll see. Yeah, it is Aisha. This is the same one that he took down when she was 10 minus 1. Muhammad said to the people, should I not narrate to you a hadith of the Holy Prophet on my authority and the authority of my mother? We thought he meant the mother who had given him birth. He then reported that it was Aisha who had narrated this. Should I not narrate to you about myself and about the messenger of Allah? So this is her speaking. We said yes. She said, when it was my turn for Allah's messenger to spend the night with me. So he had multiple wives, and it was Aisha's night to spend the night with him. So he was basically rotating, right? I'll spend a night with you one night. I'll spend a night with her one night. I'll spend a night with her one night. So it was Aisha's night this night. And he turned aside and put on his clothes and his shoes. And no, my bad. Excuse me. He put on basically his pajamas and he acted like he was going to sleep until Aisha fell asleep. Right? So he's like, some of you niggas still do that to this day. You know, you act like if you got a woman that's a hard sleeper, sleeps like a rock, you'll lay down with her, act like you're going to sleep. Once she sleep like a rock, you get up and you're outside, right? So that's what he was doing. And then it says, I covered my head. No, she said, he took hold of his mantle slowly and put on his shoes. So he got dressed and he closed the door very lightly, right? I covered my head, put on my veil and tightened my waist wrapper and then went out. So she put on her clothes and then she went out to follow him, right? Until he reached Baki. He stood there and he stood for a long time. He then lifted his hands 3 times. And then he returned, and I also returned. And he hastened his steps, and I also hastened my steps. So meaning she seen him coming back home, and she was trying to hurry up and beat him home. But he was running too, like P. Diddy was running through that hallway, right? So it says he's hastening his steps, I hastened his steps. I ran into the house. He also came into the house. I, however, preceded him and entered in. As I laid down in the bed, the prophet entered the house and said, so she gets in there, she lays back on the bed. Now, watch what he says. Why is it, oh Aisha, that you are out of breath? Because she's in bed trying to act like she's been in bed when you just ran all the way back to the house to beat him there. So you're out of breath. He's laying on the bed. He can feel her breathing. He can hear her breathing. Right? So, and she said, there's nothing. And he said, tell me, or the subtle and aware will inform me. So I'm going to have some people tell me if they seen you if you don't tell me. I said to the mess. So she said, may my father and mother be a ransom for you. And then I told him the whole story. And he said, was it the darkness of your shadow that I saw in front of me? And she said, yes. He struck me on the chest, which caused me pain. So we don't know if that was a punch, if that was a Bruce Lee karate chop. We don't know if it was a taekwondo hand to the sternum. We don't know, but we know, according to her testimony, and this Sahih is strong, that right? He struck her on the chest, which caused pain. Then said, do you think that Allah and his apostle would have dealt unjustly with you? She said, whatsoever the people could conceal, right? So this is an example of him, you know, striking her. We'll just say striking her in the chest. Right now, Diddy did take it overboard, but Muhammad could have did more than Diddy did, right? But there's a reason why he did this, because in the Quran it tells you that you can do this. In in Surah 4 and 34. Surah 4 and 34. Right? This is out of the Quran. And it says, men are the protectors and maintainers of women, as Allah has given unto them an advantage over others. And because they spend out their wealth, the good women are obedient, guarding what Allah would have them to guard. Diddy Muhammad. There we go. That's good. Diddy Muhammad. As for those whom you fear disloyalty. So Diddy feared disloyalty from her. She was running away and trying to get out his grips. So if he practices Islam, what he did is justifiable, but not according to the Bible, not according to the Hebrew Israelites. It says, admonish them and abandon them in their bed, so don't have sex with them, then strike them. But if they obey you, seek no way against them. So if they're disloyal, first check them verbally, then implement sexual restrictions, and then if that doesn't work, strike them. So we see why Muhammad did what he did, because that's in the Quran. That's why she said, he struck me on the chest. He's just following the Quran. So again, no Muslim, nobody in Islam should be mad at P. Diddy. Now, when you look at another example of this same Diddy-like activity, when we look at another example of the same Diddy-like activity, what do we see here? This is Sahih al-Bukhari 5825, another strong hadith. When we talk about Rafa or Rifa, however you say his name, he divorced his wife, right? And then another man married her. And Aisha, Muhammad's wife, said that the lady came in wearing a green veil over her face because she had a green spot on her skin caused by a beating. So now you're going to see Prophet Muhammad, not only does he beat, but other practitioners of Islam during his time, other Muslims, were assaulting their women, and the Prophet Muhammad was okay with it. That's why I said he would be okay with this whole Diddy situation. So when we go here to Sahih al-Bukhari 5825, it says she had a veil on, a green spot under her skin caused by a beating, right? It was the habit of ladies to support each other. So Aisha told on the guy. Aisha told on the guy, have I not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing women? Now, this is telling right here. Aisha saying there's no women on the planet Earth that suffer more than Muslim women. So this isn't just two isolated incidents here. This is a common theme for these Muslims to cold cock their women. To eat the cakes like a piece of steak and then beat the brakes off of her. Bars. To eat the cakes and then to eat the cakes like a piece of steak, then beat the brakes off of her. This is what they're doing. right? So it says, she's saying, I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing women. This is according to Aisha, the Prophet Muhammad's wife, right? So it says, her skin is greener than her clothes. Now that is a beating. When Abdur Rahman heard that his wife had gone to the Prophet, he came with his 2 sons from another wife. She said, by Allah, I have done no wrong to him, but he is impotent. So she's saying that his pipe can't get hard, basically. And is useless to me. So she said, he can't get hard, so he's useless. And so basically he beat her for saying that. Holding and showing the fringe of her garment, Abdur Rahman said, by Allah, she has told a lie. I'm very strong and can satisfy her, but she is disobedient and wants to go back to her ex-husband, right? So she basically told him, he ain't no type of boss, and when the lights go off, your pipe goes off. And you probably work at, no, she told him, you ain't no type of boss, and when the lights go off, your pipe goes soft like Microsoft. Your pipe goes soft like Bill Gates' Microsoft, right? That's what she told him. So he said she's lying. He said, I'm very strong. He can satisfy, but she's disobedient, right? And she wants to go back to her ex-husband. Now, look at what the Prophet Muhammad says here. So he examined the whole matter of the council. He examined the whole matter of the council. He's saying, all right, she got a black eye, right? She's saying he can't get it up. He's saying shit is Microsoft. He's saying it's not. So this is what the Prophet Muhammad says. Allah's messenger said to her, if that is your intention, then know that it is unlawful for you to remarry Rifa unless Abdul Rahman has had sexual intercourse with you. Then the Prophet said, this is key. Then the Prophet saw 2 boys. And he said, are you his sons? And they said, yes, that's our dad. He got kids. Then the Prophet said, how can you claim that he's impotent if he has kids already? He has 2 boys. But by Allah, these boys resemble him as a crow resembles a crow. So she basically said, you're a liar. He didn't even address the black eye. He said, you're a liar. And he didn't address the black eye. He didn't even care about the black eye. All he cared about was if it's her making a claim that he was impotent. You understand? This is from, oh, by the way, this is from our Sakari Varsity Online Academy, specializing in Hebrew apologetics. These slides right here, we did a course on world religions where we talked about all world religions. Right. Somebody from Nathania Allah, GMS Somalia. GMS Somalia? So you're in Somali? It said, I burned my rib to death, but it was a lesbian, so therefore it's okay. Now, I'm inclined to believe that you did something like that, being that you're in Somalia. But it's a bit graphic for my chat. So, look, by the way, I'm with you if you did that, of course. But there's other people in my chat who probably couldn't stomach that. But I'm with you if you did that. You're in the spirit of God. Anyway, so being that Muhammad didn't have a problem with Abdul Rahman cold-cocking his woman, then we know that he wouldn't have a problem with this whole P. Diddy situation right here, right? That's crazy because Diddy, you got all that money, bro. You could have went to the Dominican Republic, got you a woman, a fine woman down there in the DR, brought her here, married her. You didn't have to do all this, bro. It's ridiculous. So women are subhuman in the eyes of the Hadith. In the eyes of the Hadith, women are subhuman. Look at Surah 2 and 282 out of the Quran. Hold on a second. That's ridiculous. So does this can we say, chat? Can we say, chat, that according to how Diddy was treating his women and other women when it talks about trafficking and underage type situation, uh can we emphatically say that he believes that they are subhuman? Can we say that? Or did he treat all humans like this? Because we're trying to draw the parallel with Diddy and Prophet Muhammad. We don't see Diddy beating up on everybody like that. Come on now. We did see him beat up Drake, but beating up Drake is just like beating up a girl. So we can't count that. I mean, Drake paint his nails like a girl, wear his hair like a girl, act like a girl, probably pop ass with him. Ventilation Chamber, the water for the super chat donation. Greatly appreciate you, brother. So we can come to no other, BBO Drizzy. We can come to no other conclusion than, Diddy treats our women like they are subhuman. In Surah 282, right, it says, "O you who believe, when you incur debt among yourselves for a certain period of time, write it down and have a scribe write in your presence in all fairness, and let no scribe refuse to write." So if you have a debt, let a scribe take account of that debt, right? And so let him write and let the debtor dictate, and let him fear Allah, his Lord, and diminish nothing from it. But if the debtor is mentally deficient or weak or unable to dictate, then let his guardian dictate with honesty. There's a point that we're making here. And call to witnesses 2 men from among you. So if you have somebody who, is mentally deficient, mentally incompetent, that doesn't have the mental fortitude, then take 2 witnesses. It says 2 men. Call to witness 2 men from among you. Then look what it says. If 2 men are not available, then 1 man and 2 women. This just shows you that in Islam, they believe that women are half equal. They're not even a whole witness. One woman is a half a witness. So it will take 2 women to make 1 witness. That's a subhuman ideology. On the contrary, in the Bible, if 2 or 3 witnesses are 2 or 3 witnesses, 2 or 3 people, period, you're getting put to death. If 3 women say, "We seen this nigga do that," your ass is dying. If 2 to 3 women said, "We seen him do that," you're dead. But this is just to show you that for our people who are trapped in this Arabic Arab supremacist cult known as Islam, this is bad. And you should have no problem what Diddy did, right? Now this is Sahih. This is a hadith that's going to support the Quran here. Watch this. Sahih al-Bukhari 2658. The Prophet said, "Isn't the witness of a woman equal to half of that of a man?" The woman said, "Yes." He said, "This is because of the deficiency of a woman's mind." Now, don't get me wrong, bro. Women make the stupidest, silliest decisions. I'm talking about even in my marriages. Women need to be thought for. I know I'm gonna get backlash, but damn it, a lot of you women, you shouldn't even have thoughts. It should be your husband's thoughts in transplanted into your cerebral cortex. I get what he's saying there. Nevertheless, if they are a witness to something, if they encounter something, then they are a witness, right? So yeah, they're not half of our substance, even though they don't think properly most of the time. Hey, don't make me bring out the Bible and start cutting you women in here, because it says you guys are the weaker vessel. Uh-oh. Oh look, you're really you're talking ungodly about women. Oh, do you want me to tell you what God said about the women? I will go to the Bible and start cutting all you Israelite women in here. You guys know I give fair ass whoopings. I get on the men, I get on the women as well. I give fair ass whoopings on this channel. Anyway, uh, so yeah, it's very unfortunate. Um, Rich Dad said book chapter verse about what? Rich Dad, what do you want book chapter verse on? Rich Dad, would you like to come on here? Rich Dad sounds like a sugar daddy type of name. Trick. And he's acting like a sugar daddy trying to put his cape on for the women. It's not gonna get you no play on this channel, brother. The women who watch this channel don't like weak niggas, trick ass niggas. Rich Dad. Anyway, it's unfortunate though, and now Cassie is now with the devil. She wouldn't got an Edomite, right? She wouldn't got an Edomite, so that's unfortunate. Now she's with the devil, and the devil will probably be giving that woman devil babies in her womb, giving that precious womb to the devil. And a lot of our women do that out of an act of rebellion when they leave a toxic relationship from with a brother. Now, here's what I say. Yeah, we as men got our problems, but our marriages were good in the 60s and 70s. We were good to you guys in the 60s and 70s. We were in love and singing to you guys in the 60s and 70s. All of our songs were about singing to our women in the 60s and 70s. So we as black men have only dropped the ball in the 80s, 90s, let's say the last 40 years. The last 40 years we dropped the ball. Gene Deal said Diddy slapped his own mother. That's crazy. For 40 years, the black man may have dropped the ball with the black woman, right? But give us another chance. That's only 40 years, as opposed to the white man was rape, robbing, and murdering you for 500 years, and you gave him a chance after rape, rob, and murder for 500 years. You guys are giving the white man a chance to that black precious womb after he raped, robbed, and murdered for 500 years. The Negro drops the ball for 40 years, and you're just done with us? Give the black man another chance. You gave the devil a chance after rape, rob, and murdering you for 500 years. Give the black man another chance after dropping the ball for 40 years. We need black and brown love. I'm clipping that. That's going viral. Anyway, somebody says Cassie's father is Filipino. Let's fact check that, because if you're wrong, you're out of here, brother. Cassie's parents. Okay, let's see. Cassie's parents. Okay. Stacy, how? Okay, that's her mom. Where's her dad at though? Uh, huh, huh, huh. Ethnicity explored. Oh, so it says you might be right, brother. I didn't want to block you. I didn't want to block you. Now, I'm not saying that justify him beating her at all. No, I'm not saying that. Because if he did that to her, he looks at her as black because her mom's black. So I'm sure he looks at her as black. If he did that to her, I'm sure he did that to all of his women. That's a fact. So it says that I just seen it. Okay, here we go. Cassie was born on August 26, 1986. She's 2 years younger than me. In New London, Connecticut, her mother, Stacy, is of mixed African American, West Indian, and Mexican descent, while her father, Roderick, has a Filipino lineage. Now, could that be his mother, or could that be on his father's side? Do we know that? I don't know if we know that though. Filipinos are not Israelites. Damn, nah, that nigga look, nah, that nigga's this nigga not no Israelite, bro. This is his picture of him. Now I ain't saying I can tell by a picture, but if I had to, if I my best educated biblical spiritual guess would be that nigga look like a straight egg roll. Uh, yeah, so I think we got BBL Drizzy in the chat. BBL Drizzy in the chat. Shalom. Uh, so we got this egg roll here, and it's saying he's Filipino. So, bro, she might not be an Israelite. She might not be this lumpia face nigga. Uh, man, that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. So yeah, nah, damn, that's crazy. So he, let me see. What else here? Take a look at some of these court documents, right? These court documents. Uncontrollable rage. No, that. So she's alleging uncontrollable rage. We can see that though. Uncontrollable rage. So it says he often punched. Often. Whoa. So it's saying he raped her. He raped her in her own home after she tried to leave him. Jesus Christ. Yo, that's this guy's a monster. So he raped her in her own house. Look, even if she's not an Israelite, I feel bad for the girl. Often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped, resulting in bruises, burst lips, black eyes, and bleeding. Whoa, hold on. Blew up a man's car after he learned that he was romantically interested in Cassie. Damn. So he blew up a man's rig. Who is Frederick? So we have to be a Hebrew Israelite to go to the kingdom of God? Frederick, no, I'm not saying that. Non-Israelites will be in the kingdom of God, but they'll be getting done like this, bro. If I can be honest with you, they'll be getting done like this. So, symbolically speaking, non-Israelites are Cassie, and Israelites are P. Diddy. This is what's going to happen in the kingdom. And I can show you with the Bible. It's right here. Here come the Israelites running your ass down. Grab a Gentile. Huh. So that's what's going to happen to the Gentiles in the kingdom. That right there. Right. I hate to make that example because, again, my heart does go out to her. And P. Diddy needs to be destroyed by God publicly. I'm wholeheartedly for that. He said, yes, show me in the Bible, sir. Okay. Very simple. BBL Drizzy. In Jeremiah 51, there's a future prophecy here. There's not one scholar or theologian on this earth that will deny that this has yet to come. So in verse 19, it's saying the portion of Jacob, that's the Israelites. Israel, right? That's the subject matter. In verse 19, right? Look at what God says about the Israelites. It says, you are my battle axe and weapons of war. With thee, with the Israelites, will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariots and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces the old and the young man and the maid, the shepherd and his flock. So God is going to use the Israelites to destroy, decimate, and subjugate and take into captivity those who put us into captivity. Any other questions, Frederick? Now, let me take a look at something, right? Diddy apology. Let's take a look at his apology. I want you guys to let me know because he did put out an apology. Somebody said this guy said that's already been fulfilled. All right, Frederick. What date was this fulfilled? What time period was this fulfilled? Please give me the date circa when that was fulfilled. I'm going to look at this Diddy apology. So where is this apology at? I want to look on YouTube. Let me look on YouTube. Diddy apology. I want you guys to see, does he sound sincere or is he trying to save face? No, Frederick needs to let us know book, chapter, verse, and circa date that the Israelites did all of that I just read. Now let's take a look at this apology here. Okay, that have nothing to do with the kingdom of Yah, sir. You see that? He can't answer the question, so just get him out of here. This is dummy. I'm truly sorry. Where is this? I just only wanted the apology. This nigga faking like he's crying. Okay, let's listen to this.
Sometimes you got to do that. I was up.
It's giving. It's giving. It's giving. It's giving. Just the first few seconds is giving bullshit. The first few seconds is giving BS. Come on now. I've been around so many liars in my whole life. I done got caught by the police and lied to them so many times, got away, got out of so much stuff lying. I know a liar. Because I once was one. Right? It's giving BS.
I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
Why did it take for a video to come out from 8 years ago for you to say this? Frederick, would you like to join the panel? Right, Frederick, would you like to join the panel and have a discussion? Yeah, he's only sorry he got caught. Exactly. Yeah. Because why wouldn't you put this out? Like, come on now. You should have put this out when the allegations came out. Okay, I'm about to get Frederick on here. Let's get him on here. He's going to help us. He's going to let us know when that Jeremiah 51 was fulfilled. Let's get Frederick on here. He's going to join the panel. Why does it feel like a Friday kind of? I know why. Because my kids are leaving for the week. Because my kids are leaving for the week. I'm about to turn up. Now, we'll get Freddie on here. We'll see if he clicks the link. Let's finish this.
Take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. It's so difficult to reflect
Anybody who wants smoke, click the link.
on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I...
It looked like he's looking to the right. What? Somebody said, okay, I need to look that up, sir. I will get back with you. Okay, I will challenge you. I put the link in the chat for you to click the link, Frederick. Don't go nowhere. Click the link and let's deal with it right now. Let's search it up and look it up right now together. Put it in the link. I'm gonna put the link in the chat one more time. I just asked you if you wanted to join the panel. You said yes. Yeah, it looked like he's looking at a teleprompter, to be honest with you. He keeps looking to the right.
I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. It's so difficult.
What you guys think about? BBL Drizzy. Sorry, not sorry. Right, Yolanda. Sister Yolanda. Matter of fact, how did the sisters feel? Sisters, if you could comment right now, how do you sisters feel? Let's see if the sisters. He can repent. Yes, he can repent. But I want to hear how the sisters feel about everything we covered so far. And just about this topic. I want to look at the chat and see what my sisters. Somebody said, Diddy, bro, Diddy, what are you talking about? Yeah, Tariq Nasheed needed to get shot at, so I had to shoot him down. YouTube's hating on me, though. It's all good. We're going to keep pushing. The whole armor, you already know, flawless, not lawless. Tap in. Okay, where's the sisters at? Let's see. I part of something. He's a narcissist. Yeah, of course he's a narcissist. He's a narcissist. Wait, why can't I see? Excuse me. I can only see that over here. That's crazy. I can't see it over here. Okay. He's a narcissist, liar, and abuser. I'm with you on that. No man should hit a woman. Felt morbid. Has a lot more apologies to be dished out besides this video. Yeah, he's done so much. Seriously. He's malevolent. I believe that no matter who you are, no one deserves what he did. She said, I don't know. How many of you women on here have experienced what he did to her after seeing the video? How many of you women have experienced that? And is it triggering if you're willing to talk about it? Somebody says, I think Cassie should hold some responsibility for staying so long, but I guess the money and lifestyle was good. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have her in handcuffs. I'm not saying he's justified for beating her, but he didn't have her in handcuffs. Like when a nigga's gone out of town or on tour, get the fuck out the house. Excuse my language. But like you said, you got the millions, you got the lifestyle, and she could have loved him possibly. Love will make a woman do stupid ass things, like stay. He didn't look disgusted in the video. He looked angry and evil. Yeah, I agree. Uh, you guys don't think she could have left earlier? I mean, 10 plus years he paid her well. That is true. I ain't saying she liked getting beat, but then again, I ain't saying she liked getting beat, but there are women who try to provoke you. I've been in a situation and I've seen some situations where if you didn't give the woman attention, she'll try to get you to beat her so she can at least have some attention. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but that is a common toxic thing. It's videos going around. He has done this to multiple women. Well, I'd like to see some more evidence on that. Didi reminds me of my children's father. I went through similar things. Use the truth to manipulate me. That's ridiculous. We cannot use the truth to say you can hit a woman. That's ridiculous. Zero tolerance. She said, I have once. She could have left when they were in public. My ex-husband hit me on the head with a. Glad you're out of that situation, sister, and in this truth. I have been in a physical, mental, and abusive relationship. Unfortunately, he blew up Kid Cudi's car. Oh, what? How do you know all this, bro? You know more about Diddy. Sir, were you going to Diddy parties before the truth? It's like I'm joking. I've stayed with a broke dude cutting up. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Love is blind. Love is blind. It don't always have to be about the money that you stay with somebody in a toxic relationship. On a debate right now. Shut up. But he blew up a nigga's car with his money and power. She can't hide or leave. She would have died like his ex. Then why she ain't dying now? Because there's awareness? Well, maybe you should have created awareness, then left earlier. Things are complicated, though. We don't know the ins and outs of their situation. Wait, what? They said he made Kim Porter lick her tampon. No, did he? Are we forgetting that we were watching her run away and he brought her back? Some of these MFs don't allow you to leave in one piece. Yeah, I get that. They did an interview one time. Like I said, it's hard to say what you woulda, coulda, shoulda done. We're just throwing things out there. We're not, uh, being emphatic or absolute with suggestions or advice. It ain't always money. One of my exes. Okay. It's reports he yelled at Shaka Khan and her son tried to stop it, and his security team beat him up. The lady who was the dance instructor says he hit her. They say Diddy is a menace. They say he is a menace. That nigga is crazy. He could have got her touch no matter where she went. Yeah. That's why in a situation like that, you create awareness. You get the law enforcement involved. Especially if it's a life or death situation. You getting beat is a life or death situation, right? Like that type of beating. Like he really beating the hell out of her, and he won't let her leave. That's when you get law enforcement involved. He won't let you leave. He's controlling your whole life. He's beating the hell out of you repetitiously. You need to get the law enforcement involved. That way, it'll create awareness. So if something does happen to you, there's evidence now. There's a trail. There's trace. Then that will make the other person apprehensive to do something, knowing, excuse me, that it could come back on you. But even then, that's not the case every time. A lot of time you get this. A lot of the time, a woman's killer is the same person she got a restraining order on. A lot of the time, a woman's killer is the same person she put in jail for domestic violence. So even then, that might not be enough. Yeah, they say he blew up Kid Cudi's car. Okay. The moment he drug her back in the room became kidnapping. True. That is true. You take a woman's phone, that's kidnapping. She says, I ran from an ex and he had a car of dudes catch up to me and try to stop me. And he eventually pulled me up and fake ways saved me, fake way from them. The annoying worse than infidel. Sisters and some of these brothers need to stop acting like money is everything. That's how they get caught up with these pedos and losers. I was watching 700 Club with a Christian. It will make the other person more apprehensive. That's kind of hard, Deacon. He may have cops on his team. Whew. Especially Diddy. You can't have the. It's hard to get the feds on your team, though. That's why you see they raided his whole stuff. She says, I was dragged and strangled multiple times. Children, he's unbelievable and gone now. That door shut. All praises. And I was happy without the money. Yeah, somebody asked about the counseling. I'm definitely still doing counseling, individual and marriage counseling. So reach out sakariseattle@gmail.com, sakariseattle@gmail.com, or the number that was on the screen. But I'll put the email, preferably the email. So I'll get to you when I get to you. So the email's on the screen for those counseling sessions. Somebody says, I think Diddy is a Fed. That's why Cassie took the lawyer route. Damn, that. Yeah, it's having so much money, you can have anything your way, right? But one thing about it is that the same thing Diddy's doing is the same thing the Prophet Muhammad was doing. The same thing the Prophet Muhammad did is the same thing that Diddy is doing. All right. So that's all I got today for you guys. I'll see you on class Friday. We may go into what's happening in Iran and the war, dealing with some prophecies so you guys can get ready. Sometimes we got to talk about what's going on in the world and marry it to the truth, because we're still in the world, moving around in the world, even though we're not of the world. And we all dealt with situations like, most of us has dealt with situations like, Diddy and Cassie. So we can empathize and sympathize and all of that. So let's end this by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. We do so by Shem Mashiach Yahushua. Till next time, y'all. Peace, blessings, shalom.